All right, here we have the Pilea Aluminum. It took me a second. These plants are definitely grown for their foliage. They have these aluminum-like looking markings on there, that kind of color, and they are kind of shiny as well if you can see them in the right light. But let's get into the care instructions for this nice plant. First of all, let's consider the light. They're going to grow best in bright light. If you have bright light, give it to them. They can withstand more of a medium light as well, but growth is going to slow way down on them if you give them that light. So if you want them to be the happiest and healthiest, bright light is the name of the game, okay? After that, watering is also important. During the spring and summer months, that's when the plant is actively growing, and I let them dry out about 25% in between watering. Now during the fall and the winter months, it goes into a little bit of a dormancy and they're not going to be watered as frequently. They don't need as much water. The plant isn't photosynthesizing as much, so its water needs are a little bit cut back. So I let them dry out about 50% in between really thorough watering. So we still want to make sure, regardless of the time of year, that we are watering completely whenever we are watering. A complete saturation of the soil is always the goal, but the frequency is what we're going to be changing from season to season. Okay, so light, bright, watering, a little bit different depending on the season. Next, let's talk about the type of soil. So if you want to repot this plant, what I do is I mix in about 50% cactus soil or pumice stone, something that's going to drain really, really sharp, perlite, that works well. And I mix that in with a houseplant soil, a container mix, something that's going to retain moisture. So you want that 50-50 ratio because it does want to hold on to some moisture, but it also wants to drain out of the drainage holes. It doesn't want to be soggy and wet all the time. The type of fertilizer I would use for this one, just a liquid soluble or a granule fertilizer, a general purpose. They're not very specific or picky when it comes to fertilizing, but if you want to apply some fertilizer to help it during those growing months, no need to fertilize during the winter months when it's not actively growing. But that's going to do it for the care instructions for the Pilea Aluminum. If you have any questions about this really nice looking plant, let me know in the comment section below. Or of course, you can always message me at Tanner the Planner on Facebook or Instagram.